swing, a more flexible stand, a more fluid stand. And that's the MVP swing that the New York Yankees acquired from the Marlins.
Well, the Yankees hit a bunch of home runs last year. Their total of 306, just one.
Hey, Patrick.
The Minnesota Twins, who made history with 307 last year.
Hey, can you guys hear me on this microphone? Or does it sound like I'm echoing?
Speaking of a home run, Brett Gardner connected on a career best 28 last.
Sweet. What's going on? All right, we got 4 people. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I don't know what was going on. I had it all set up through Streamlabs, and for some reason it wasn't letting me start the stream. So, of course, we missed the first home run, Giancarlo Stanton. So, already a 2-0 lead. How crazy is this? No one in the stands. I mean, I'm sure they got to be pumping in some noise. I would imagine. Wow. It's crazy. Like, I haven't even been really looking because I was trying to figure all this out. So, wow, just looking at this, it's crazy. Wow.
I mean, this is what the Yankees envisioned when they went out and got it, right? This
No, Andrew, what happened?
murderer's row redo, if you will, to borrow from their own franchise history. Still working that outside.
Hey, Patrick. What's going on, dude?
Behind 3-1.
Why are you mad?
That's Stanton's 21st home run at national.
Yeah, Miles. Clobbered it. What's up, Ben?
Yeah, he did a lot of damage in this place as a Florida.
Yeah, man. I cried myself to sleep last night.
2 strikes.
That was sad. Man, I wish we had Mookie. I mean, when you think about it, I don't know, at least we don't have to be paying him $29 million when he's, 38, 39, 40. So, I'm all right with that. It's not the worst, but definitely going to miss him in the next 5 years. So, excited to see what we can do, though, with our team. Yeah, I know, Patrick.
He yields his first homer of the season. A monster shot by Giancarlo Stanton.
Yeah, the Yankees, they're stacked. Like, that's an understatement. I mean, it's everywhere. Everywhere you look, they're just, yeah. They got pieces everywhere. If anything, if you were to get a nitpick, it's the starting rotation. But Garrett Cole is such a top-heavy piece to where it's 7-game series. You can throw him out there, 3 times. I mean, he'll probably throw a shot out every single time. So, yeah, just how annoying is this? Just did my predictions yesterday, and today they announced the 16 teams that are going to be in. So, expect some new predictions probably tomorrow morning. So, going to work on those tonight. Definitely opens up a lot of possibilities. So, pretty much every second-place team is going to be in, and so now it's going to open up a few more spots for, some third-place teams, which I think could be really interesting. So, definitely opens up a spot for the Red Sox. That's pretty cool. Definitely, I could see the White Sox definitely getting in now. I could see the Mets definitely getting in now. Who are some teams you guys think that could get in?
Well, Garrett Cole last season had a historic exit in Houston. 25 straight starts without a loss. Double-digit strikeouts in 11 in a row. A minuscule.
Hey, Aiden, the Mariners, they could be fun. I just came out with a video tonight. They could maybe be a surprise team. Got Kyle Lewis there. Got a pretty decent team. Look at Garrett Cole in a Yankee uniform. Wow, that's weird. It's weird looking at that. Clean shaven face. Goodness. I mean, last time I've seen him pitch was with the Astros. And Goodness gracious, that is just. It's gonna take me a second to get used to that.
He's the total package, perfect motion, fastball, slider, changeup. The biggest difference, Manny, the biggest adjustment in his career, he's gone from going east to west to north to south, more out of the Nolan Ryan book of pitching. Like that.
Wow.
Up and into Trey Turner to make it a 2-1 count to start the bottom of the first.
Like those Nationals unis. Pretty nice. Hey, Chris. What's up, dude? You made it. Good to see you, buddy.
To watch at home is the first 20 pitches. The cadence.
Yeah, Andrew, definitely the Cubs. Definitely the Cubs. Cubs are like one of those teams this year because they kind of fell off last year. No one's really talking about the Cubs. You see a lot of the Reds. They're the team that everyone's picking in the Central. Hey, I picked them too. So happy opening day, Chris. Glad you're here, buddy.
To the speedy Trey Turner, who pops into shallow left center field. Aaron Hicks has got it, and that gives us a chance to post the Washington Nationals State Farm starting lineup as their World Series defense is officially underway. It was a capable group last year, but it looks a lot different.
I mean, I know they don't got Rendon, but I still like that lineup. I still like it. I mean, they got Kai Boom playing. No, they got Cabrera at third. I'm sure Kai Boom's gonna get in at some point. I still like the lineup. So, hey, you're good, Chris. Thoughts on the Mookie deal? I mean, definitely heartbreaking. Was kind of the pipe dream was to have him come back. So, I mean, how crazy would that would have been? You would have had Mookie coming back for really just a 6-month rental with LA, and then we got Verdugo, Jeter Downs, Connor Wong, and then we had Mookie come back and re-sign. That would have been nuts. So, yeah, nope, not in the cards. So, I mean, like, you know, with Mookie, you know, just like we've had a lot of players come and go in Boston. You just got to move on. So, hey, since 2004, I mean, they've had guys come and go, and they've still regrouped, and they've been able to win championships. So, you know, yeah, it's sad. Love Mookie, but you don't get a player like that very often. But, yeah. But we'll move on. We'll be good. Oh, that's a cool stat. I didn't know he was that close to 2,000. Patrick. Yeah, the Cardinals are going to be interesting this year, Patrick. I mean, the Cardinals are like one of those teams. I mean, they look like they're out of it mid-season, and then they end up making it. So, yeah, Gabriel, I like the Blue Jays this year in a 16-team playoff. I mean, they could get in. They got to find a home to play at first, though. How nuts is that? Don't even have a home. I mean, has that happened? Can anyone Google that real quick? I mean, has that ever happened where a team doesn't even have their own home stadium to play at? Yeah, Patrick, Nate Pearson, he's gonna dominate. If that guy can just stay healthy, oh boy, that's not gonna be fun. Oh no, yes, that's gone. Off Garrett Cole. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, if anyone's paying attention, this is my World Series matchup right here. This is the preview of my World Series that I think is going to happen. I don't know if I'm still going to pick it, though, in a 16-team playoff. We'll have to look at that again. But I'm telling you, I mean, I like a lot of these pieces in the Nationals lineup. I mean, Adam Eaton right there, he's still good. That guy doesn't get talked about enough. Cole knew it as soon as it came off the bat. I do think Cole is going to get off to a bit of a bumpy start. I don't know why. It's just more of a gut thing. But I could see Cole having a bit of a rough couple of starts. Hey, Jackson. What's going on, dude? Oh, Hartford. Hartford, Connecticut. Wow, look at that. They got to find somewhere to play. Cole's leaving a lot of stuff up.
Perhaps one of the biggest postseason stars from 2019, the veteran DH tonight, Howie Kendrick.
Kendrick was so good last year. OPS in the 900s. Guy was good. Hey, AJ. What's going on, dude? AJ, what do you think of Cole so far? Looking like he's leaving some stuff up. Doing good, Jackson. Really busy day today, buddy. We're all over the place. Just trying to make videos. Ran into some problems with his live stream. Connor, I would love to, but I can't, buddy. I don't want to get any copyright stuff.
This is the Smile to Red Club aligner. It's how Smile to Red Club safely and gently straightens your teeth.
Oh, wow. We got 73 people in here. Whoa. What's up, everyone? How's everyone doing? I just noticed that. I thought we had like 10 people in here. Welcome, everyone. We are just watching some baseball. We're going to watch the Nationals pummel Garrett Cole tonight. It's going to be awesome. If you are new, subscribe down below. Hit the little like button. Goes a long way. Everyone here, thank you for joining.
It's really been a tremendous struggle.
Like most people, we don't just sweat under the arms. So we created the Carpe line of sweat management.
Thanks, Ralph. Appreciate that. That's one of my favorite comments if anyone ever gives me that this channel is underrated. Hey, you guys commenting, that's what makes it go. One of the reasons I started a channel was just to start conversation. So I'm glad you guys are here just talking some baseball. Aw, thank you, Patrick. Thanks, Chris. Appreciate that, buddy. Aiden, that's a good question. I mean, I'm not. You guys are all gonna completely disagree with me. I'm not high on the Rays at all. I don't like the Rays all that much. I don't know. I mean, I could see them making the playoffs, but I don't know. I'm seeing a lot of people picking them to make the World Series. I don't know. What the heck was that first pitch? Oh, what was that? I missed that. Oh my God, that could go down as one of the worst first pitches in history. Did anyone see that first pitch? That was awful. Oh my God, that was such a bad first pitch. I can't believe that. I'm trying, AJ. I'm trying. I mean, you see the big old Fenway Park poster behind me, and I picked the Yankees to win it all this year. That's probably the most safe thing I can do in my first time picking a World Series. So I don't want to be like some people on YouTube that pick the Mets every single year. I think you know who I'm talking about. So. I'll pick the Red Sox one year. If they're good, I'll pick them. But I'm not going to pick them if I don't think they're going to do good. I mean, why would I do all these videos and then just, waste all of your time by picking a team that really probably definitely doesn't have enough to win it all. So I promise you guys, I will not pick the Red Sox unless they are that good. Yes, if anyone didn't know who I was talking about, that's Giraffe Neck Mark. So, seems like a nice guy, though.
Tomorrow in New York, Mike Soroka, who was so good away from home last year in his rookie campaign. And here's Luke Voigt now with one go.
Yeah, Chris, it's you know, he works hard. I'll give him that. You know, he's at where he's at. But yeah, I don't know. Hey, if he truly thinks the Mets are gonna win, hey, more power to him.
There were people around the Yankees last year, Alex, who felt like Luke Voigt was more hurt than he ever really let on.
Yeah, Mark does he is kind of funny sometimes. I'll give him that. Yeah, Fuzzy and the Indians. I think he's a little less biased. I think Fuzzy will. I don't know. I don't really get that vibe too much from him. I think he likes to try and squeeze them in. You know, if there's like a, you know, like last wild card spot, I could see him like saying, "Oh, you know what? I think the Indians are good enough to get the second wild card. They should definitely make it to the playoffs this year." Alex Combs. Man. Hold on. I forgot the name of one channel I like. One sec.
This is where Matt Scherzer has a pitch up in the zone. In order for him to be successful, he has to throw the fastball above the belt and the breaking ball down like he did to Sanchez. Much sharper the second.
Oh, I like Foolish Baseball. That's a good one. There's another one I like. Made the Cuts okay. There's another one that I think is pretty underrated. There are some good channels out there. You just got to find them. It's just the whole baseball niche is just basically dominated by Giraffe Neck Mark and Fuzzy. Yeah, and then there's like a couple other guys that play MLB The Show, to where they got a lot of subscribers too. So there are channels out there. You just kind of have to find them. But there's one that I do like. Simple Sabermetrics. I mean, that's not really going to be like, you know, baseball news and everything. But if you're really into the advanced metrics, I like the advanced metrics. I definitely think they tell like a lot. I try to just use my eyes too sometimes and just my gut at times. So I'm not like fully reliant on the sabermetrics. Yes, Patrick, John Boy, that's a really good one. Talking Baseball, that's really good. I definitely like their podcast a lot.
And you can hear everything, which was pretty interesting.
Oh, that's cool, AJ. Do you remember what video that was?
Do you happen to catch any of the Nationals games?
Oh, epic. That sucks, dude. Lost your power. We have not lost power here in Orlando, Florida. So, I'm sorry, my friend. I'm trying to catch up on the comments. Ralph, do I think Lindor is going to get traded? I mean, honestly, in this season, I don't know. I think if everything was normal and if the Indians were like kind of out of it, then yeah, I could see it. But in this season, it's just weird. I don't know. I mean, it's possible. I could see it. If he does get traded, I could see, I don't know. There's a lot of people keep saying the Rays, but I don't see the Rays doing that. I'm trying to think of what teams could use a shortstop. Don't know off the top of my head. Oh, was it a Giraffe Neck Mark video, AJ? That's funny. I've commented a couple times on his videos. Oh, Alex, Baseball Bits is good too. I like that one. Patrick, thanks. Oh, Kershaw's injured. He's injured. I have not really been home in the last few hours. Besides, when I was home, I uploaded a video. I haven't really looked at like any news. What's wrong with Kershaw? Is it like an actual like injury, or is it COVID? I do like this welcome back commercial for baseball. Probably one of my more favorite ones they've done. Back stiffness. Interesting. He's had some back stuff. Here's the thing, guys. I want to pick the Dodgers. I do. I want to pick the Dodgers. But they don't have the pitching. I don't know. I mean, sure, he'll probably be fine in like a couple weeks. But they need that pitching in the postseason. That's why I don't think Price is anywhere near as good as what he once was. But I mean, still, that's a guy with experience. I mean, that's a guy who just did well in the postseason a couple years ago. I think losing Price was a bit, especially when you don't have Ryu anymore. I mean, sure, I love Dustin May. You guys know me. I like my prospects. Oh, got him. Cole is a little shaky here. He's leaving some stuff up. He gave up the home run. Not the best of control right now from Cole. Yeah, Roberts he has made a couple of questionable calls. Hey, Retro man, if the Reds, I mean, hey, if they can get something going, I think they have a top three that could make some noise. I mean, Bauer, Castillo. I think Castillo could have a huge year. He had some pretty nice advanced metrics from last season, like barrels per plate appearance. He didn't give up much exit velocity last year. Yeah, he was hard to hit last year. But he was on a bad team, so you weren't really hearing much about him. His ERA with, if you were just looking at the quality of contact, along with, just like his strikeouts and his walks, he was actually a lot better than what just his ERA said. And his ERA was already really good. So, yeah, Luis Castillo, that's a guy to me this year. I have a video in the next, day or two where it's about pitchers that could be a surprise this year or pitchers that could, really break out. And Luis Castillo is definitely on that list. Yeah, I like the Reds. I mean, there was a lot of talk with the Reds and the White Sox this offseason. They probably were the most active. And I think the Reds had the better offseason because I think they addressed more needs. The White Sox, they added a lot of guys, but the White Sox were one of the worst defensive teams last year, and they didn't really do much to address that. They had a Grandal. He'll be good. He'll be good at catcher. Epic Man, Kluber with the Rangers, that's really interesting. I mean, I think it's kind of, you don't really know what he's going to do. Hey, Nathaniel. You don't really know what he's going to do just because, I mean, when was he ever really, hurt, His season was completely just gone last year. He hurt the Indians more than he helped. He had a negative 0.5 wins above replacement last year. The Indians were actually 30-30 after 60 games last year, but in 7 of those starts that Kluber made, the Indians, I believe, they lost 4 of those games in those starts that he made. So if you take him out of that game, if you take him out of those games that they lost, put in, someone a little more effective, the Indians could have won a couple more games last year. So after 60 games. Yeah, so Kluber definitely hurt them in the first half. But I'm interested to see. It's just the Rangers, they just don't have really much offense, but other than Gallo. Gallo, he was on a crazy pace last year. He was, where's that going? No. He was on a crazy pace last year. I think, was on pace for around 50 home runs last year. Gallo was going to be nasty if he stayed healthy the whole year.
For real Yankee fans that are used to what he looks like back there, they will notice the difference.
I mean, Epic, man. I mean, getting Kluber, you know, if he ends up bouncing back from that injury or whatever, how many injuries he had, I mean, you know, I think that could be the steal of the offseason, you know. And the Indians, they got a reliever back. Who's the reliever the Indians got back, and then he tested positive for PEDs. I forget his name. Tell me in the comments.
Here's Andrew Stevenson now, who draws the call.
Yes, Clace. He was actually pretty good last year, and that was a decent arm for the bullpen, and then the Indians didn't get him. So, or now they're not going to have him.
Yeah, I guess, and Alex, I'm curious your thoughts on this. There are a lot of people in baseball that feel like you're only as
Yeah,
good
Aiden.
as you bring
I'll look at that Amino. I'll check that out.
staff to work with. And adding Garrett Cole is automatically going to make Gary Sanchez a better pitch frame.
Yeah, it does, but I think it's
Yeah, I think DeGrom's going to be fine.
down. There's pros and cons. You may get an extra strike here and there.
Hey, Alejandro. Welcome, dude.
Postseason baseball, a 90 feet count, and you face a lineup.
Yeah, Retro. The White Sox, that offense is disgusting. I think they just need some pitching, honestly. They need some more arms in that bullpen.
I don't think that taking a strike here and a strike there is worth the sacrifice. Because in order to win in October, you
Yeah, Lynn and Minor, they were really decent last year.
balls in front of you as a catcher.
Oh, and 2 to Andrew Stevenson.
I mean, they were my pick to get to the World Series from the National League. I have the Yankees beating the Nationals in the World Series, but
Numbers amassed over the last 3 seasons, so, you know, different.
I mean, if there's any season
They're different.
where a team can repeat, it is this season. I mean, it's what other season is so perfect for a team coming off a World Series? They had a 3 to 4 month layoff. You get all that rest, especially for those pitchers, especially for Max Scherzer, who was dealing with back stuff last year, shoulder stuff or neck stuff, whatever he was going on. I mean, if any, this long layoff was huge for some guys. I mean, even for Verdugo on the Red Sox, he was having that whatever was going on with his back. He's looking great. Walker Buehler's nasty, man. I mean, no other really way to say it. Walker Buehler is he's gonna be something, man. The Dodgers, they're so good at just coming up with a pitcher like every 10 years.
Thanks, Cynthia.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
Yeah, I love Max Scherzer, man. It's going to be interesting with Verdugo, Retro Envy. I think he's good. To me, he passes the eye test. Great looking swing. So the thing with Verdugo is if you go look at the highlights of him, he just, the sound of the ball coming off the bat with him, it just sounds different. And it's something, the way the ball, like, it just is a laser when he hits it. There's something about him, man. Where, like, he makes some great contact.
Since we all can't be at the ballpark this season,
I'm kind of a fan of his stance. I've seen some people say they hate his batting stance. Alex Verdugo, what do you guys think? Do you like his batting stance?
thanks to MasterCard. Watch for more priceless baseball experiences from MasterCard all season long. And start
Yeah, man. Mookie Betts, a Dodger for life. Hey, good for the Dodgers. I think it's great for Mookie, honestly. I think just marketing-wise, it's going to be great for him. It's too bad he couldn't, have that kind of marketing appeal in Boston. But in LA, that's going to be big. Yeah, Mookie brings a lot to the table other than baseball. I mean, I read an interesting tweet the other day. It was what names are there where you can just say their first name, and Mookie is definitely that kind of a name.
Wade, Hicks, and Judd
Yeah, I do like Jock Peterson's swing.
Making his first opening day start. The Yankees were hopeful that one of their leaders
Yeah, I agree. Walker Buehler could definitely be a Cy Young.
be healthy enough and ready enough to play tonight. He missed significant time being on the COVID-19 restricted list, and DJ is off that list. He's working out active, but Aaron Boone told
Yeah, I could definitely see Verdugo adding in a couple home runs.
4 days of baseball activity before he's ready to go.
And a smart move by
Yeah, I think it's just crazy that Peterson
back opening days where he's
is
starting
still on the Dodgers. He was an Angel at one point.
was the most consistent.
That was nuts. Him and Ross Stripling. I wanted the Red Sox to get Ross Stripling so bad this offseason.
MVP's not to start on
And I figured he was going to be involved in some trade talks because he had some control on his deal.
decision last year.
Oh, I would have loved the Red Sox to get him. He would have fit perfectly on the Red Sox using an opener and whatnot. I'm sure the Red Sox asked for Ross Stripling.
And a gold glove defender.
Is LeMahieu still...
Balls in a strike account to the left-handed hitting Tyler Wade.
Yeah, LeMahieu was playing, right?
And a full count now.
Yeah, Danny, I see a Red Sox win tomorrow. Evaldi has looked fantastic ever since spring training.
A ways to go.
Look out for Nathan Evaldi this year. I'm trying not to sound biased here, but he has looked just so good. I know spring training is spring training. Summer camp, I don't know if that really even counts, but Evaldi is looking so good. Like the cutter's working again. We all saw what Evaldi can do in a short amount of time in the World Series a couple years ago. I think he's someone that could have ERA low to mid threes this year. I think he could be really good. The problem with Evaldi is he just can't stay healthy. Yeah, I definitely see a Red Sox win tomorrow. I mean, it's the Orioles, I would imagine. And now I'm more pumped because, hey, the Red Sox can make the playoffs this year. If we're going to do 16 teams, hey, I'm all right with sneaking in the last spot. I definitely think you need to have the 16 teams this year. That was one thing I was really disappointed with the negotiations because I really did want that expanded playoffs for this year. I think you need to. You only have 60 games. I mean, look how many teams either made it to the playoffs or fell out of the playoffs last year in the second half. The Cubs, you know. The Rangers were a wild card team. So, yeah, I definitely think you need to give more opportunities in a smaller season like this. Do I do pick'ems? No. I'm not too into the, and like I want to start getting back into. I just got back into fantasy baseball a couple nights ago. I did my first draft in like 5 years. One thing about fantasy baseball, I'm not very good at fantasy football. I'm kind of always middle of the pack. Fantasy basketball, I mean, whatever. Fantasy baseball, though, I like me some fantasy baseball. That's something where every year, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but every year I make the playoffs. Well, it's been 5 years now, but every year I would make the playoffs. So that was one thing. I was so into fantasy baseball. I don't know what it was. I just got tired of it.
Alex explains the home runs. He is not afraid.
Yeah, Dictator, yeah. I agree.
Won a Cy Young Award the year that he allowed.
Yeah, for this year, 16 teams. I'm okay with that. Definitely think it's necessary. I could see maybe next year being 12, something like that.
Pitchers like Scherzer's, to your point, they're stubborn.
So yeah, so this year, every first-round matchup is going to be a best out of 3. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I tried reading as many details as I could, but I saw that teams could pick their opponents. I think that's a thing. Do the number 1 seeds get buys, or does anyone know?
6 straight sliders dating back to the walk to Tyler Wade that started the inning.
I mean, if you're a pitcher, the last thing you want to do is lead off, walk to Wade. Now you got both Aarons coming out.
Yeah, John Means was pretty decent. I was reading somewhere that his velocity's down a little bit.
3-2 slide
Is that true about John Means?
Wade to walk him. That's something to watch. If you're in the dugout, that should tell you something. That's a good information to intake.
Wade with good speed
Still got 49 guys in here. Again, guys, thank you so much for joining. If you are new, subscribe down below. Like the video. It'll help the video get out there. I'm going to be watching this the whole game. Whoa, that weirded me out right there. Anyone watching this on ESPN? Looks like he's throwing 2 balls out of his hand.
And I've been at play facing Scherzer too many times, and his fast.
Okay, so Aiden, so even the number 1 seed, they get to pick their opponent. So if the Yankees are number 1, they still have to play. I remember they were talking about the number 1 seeds being having buys or whatever. Yeah, Danny, I like Means. I think he's someone where he could definitely be still in that rotation in a few years, be pretty solid. Base hit for Judge. Look out for Judge this year. He says he's feeling really good. 3-1 Yankees. Yankees offense looking great.
We talked about the 3-2 slider to Wade to put him on to lead off the inning.
Definitely look out for Judge this year. He's going to be really good.
To Judge. And again,
Most underrated player in Major League Baseball.
when he's flying around
Oh, that's hard.
the field, running like a wide receiver,
Give me a little bit. I'm going to think about that.
and a really nice job by third base coach Phil Nevin. Very aggressive.
I mean, I don't know. Does Matt Chapman count as an underrated player? I love Matt Chapman. I think he's awesome. That guy defensively, he's a freaking wizard. Gene Segura, he's good too. I love me some Matt Chapman. Matt Olson too. I love those guys over in Oakland. Matt Chapman's something else, man. Kirby Yates, that's a good one. Paul DeJong, yeah.
1992 draft. He looks back like this.
How do you say DeJong? Is it Paul DeJong? I'm so bad with pronunciations on some names.
0-1 to count to Gleyber Torres.
Vegan in the Bronx.
Yeah, Oakland, they love Matt Chapman, man. I got Chapman winning the MVP this year.
Let's put some of the fun bells in
That guy defensively is just out of his mind. He doesn't let anything get by him.
full cloud.
Yeah, man. Hopefully Trey Mancini, he gets back here soon. He was doing pretty good last year.
460.
Yeah, Mike Trout's pretty underrated. He's pretty good. Ah, I love the Athletics, Aiden. They can just never get past the wild card game
Turned down scholarships to Stanford
or the division round.
for baseball. We want more kids playing baseball.
De Young. Okay. All right.
Tight end in USC here.
Got it. That is noted.
There's that slider in for a strike. So you mentioned earlier how he likes to hit in this ballpark.
LA Dodger kid does not like Hernandez.
Another visiting player. Oh, that's a dandy.
Honest, do you hear Scherzer out here just grunting on these pitches? Just grunting.
Only
I love it.
non-sliders this
I think there's going to be some advantages of no fans. I think they're just gonna find some things. I love the gold numbers on the back of those jerseys. That looks great.
0-2 to Stanton with a run in and Judge at second.
Love these Nationals uniforms. Is that just me? Love them.
Sometimes as a hitter,
Most underrated pitcher in Major League Baseball.
fastball for a home run.
Hmm.
Come back the next at bat and eliminate
That's
the
a good one.
fastball and sit soft. 3 in a row soft.
I like Luis Castillo.
To the 2015
I think he's good.
National League MVP. And he struck him out. 2 more punch-outs in the inning.
This fan noise is kind of weird.
To run at the end of 2.5, 3-1.
It sounds like. Are they just piping in fan noise from MLB The Show? Sounds like it. Yeah. I love Mike Clevinger. Clevenger, I have him winning the Cy Young this year. I think people know how good he can be, but it seems like he's just always getting hurt recently. I like Sonny Gray. Worst team uniforms in Major League Baseball. Man. I would have said the Marlins, but I'm kind of liking what they're doing with their jerseys. Man, I'm not good on the spot like this. Man, worst jerseys. You know what jerseys I like? Sorry to bring up the Athletics again. I love those bright green alternate home jerseys that they have. Those are awesome. I love those Athletics alternate home jerseys. They are fantastic. Man, I'm still trying to think of some jerseys I just don't like. I've seen some people hating on the Padres, the new jerseys, because they're brown. I kind of like them. Yeah, it is. It's tough. That's a tough combo. I think because of their history, I think they pull it off. Oh, really? Oh, man. Hey, tell Joe Cronin I said thank you so much. Oh, that's awesome he did that. That's awesome. He helped me out a little bit on this. Rob Johnson, welcome, my friend. I did have Streamlabs set up. I had the whole thing ready. I had all these like little animations ready. If anyone wanted to like drop a donation or something, it would have played like an animation on the screen. If someone subscribed, it would have put an animation on the screen. I was really pumped for it, and it wouldn't let me do it for some reason. So I was pretty bummed out about it. If any of you have noticed, I use an iPad. I use the iPad Pro. I don't actually have an actual laptop. So if any of you want to like know, I am as basic as they come. I use my iPad to edit my videos, and I just use my phone to record. I don't actually have like a camera. This was like a $30 microphone on Amazon. So, no, it's probably like 40 because it came with this little thing too. So if any of you ever want to start something, go for it, man. Like, all you need is a phone. If you have a phone, especially one of the newer iPhones, I mean, these things, I think they look fine. I don't think you need a big old fancy camera. Just get a camera, microphone, couple little adapters where you can plug it, because this is a USB microphone, so you don't need those big old mixers or anything. But yeah, just some adapters, stuff like that. But I may have to get a laptop soon because I do get limited on this iPad, and I think that's what was affecting the Streamlabs stream I was going to do. Because I think the iPad, sometimes it's just not compatible with a lot of things. Thanks, dude. Appreciate that. I pay attention to as much detail as I can. I just don't want to suck, Dictator. That's my main goal. I just don't want to suck. I don't have to be great. As long as I don't suck. That's all I care about. Thank you, Striped Socks. Appreciate that. Yeah, this is a really cheap microphone. It was a set. It's a Mayano microphone. You can probably still get it. Yeah, it came with this little thing. It was on sale Black Friday. I think it was $35.99 plus some shipping on Amazon Prime. No, it was free shipping because it was Amazon Prime. So, yeah, I got it Black Friday, almost 50% off, and I've used it ever since. So, yeah. How do I like the new jerseys? You know, it's funny, Shooter McGavin. I love the name, by the way. I love Shooter McGavin. I love Shooter McGavin so much. So back in high school, so I've been a big Red Sox fan for as long as I can remember now. In high school, I was known as the guy in high school that had a whole ton of Red Sox jerseys. I had every single Red Sox jersey you could have. I had the home one. I had the away one. I had the alternate home one. I didn't have the alternate away one because they hadn't made that navy blue one yet. I had like the St. Patrick's Day one. Yeah, I had a lot of different a lot of different jerseys. I had like some fun like custom ones that like I bought like outside like Fenway Park a couple of times. I had a lot of different jerseys that I wore in high school, and there was a boys and girls club right next to where I lived. After high school, I still lived with my parents for a little bit because I was going to community college, and so there was a boys and girls club, and the guy, some guy, random guy, I was at Dunkin' Donuts, and he asked me like where I got the jersey, and because I was wearing it that day, and I said, oh, I just have like a collection. He's like, oh man, I have a boys and girls club. I'm trying to find some jerseys for some of these kids with baseball season about to start, and I was like, because at the time I was kind of like getting bored of wearing my jerseys and stuff all the time because I live in Florida. It's just so hot. I hate Florida. I can't stand it. Florida is just, it's so hot. During the summer, I can't stand it. But I was at the point where I just didn't really want my jerseys anymore. I didn't mind keeping my shirts because, those were light. But the jerseys were always just so heavy. And so I said to the guy, I'm like, what's funny? I'm not really wearing these jerseys really that much anymore. I just happened to throw this on because I just went to grab some coffee really quick and I just threw something on. So I just threw a jersey on. Nope. So he asked me, he's like, would you want to sell your jerseys? So I was like, sure. How much? So he gave me like $150 for all my jerseys, or like $200. Yeah, I was thinking it was like $200. Yeah, so he bought all my jerseys. So this jersey, when I got this one, I couldn't help but notice like this felt so baggy on me. Sitting down, it looks fine, but like standing up, it feels kind of big. I don't know if it just has to do with just, I don't know if it had anything to do with the sizing or whatever. But I read online they were pretty close to the Majestic jerseys, which was the ones I had. I just remember this one felt like a lot more baggy. Like the sleeves felt a little more baggy. Like if I were to just let it hang down, kind of just like hangs there. I think that's normal. It feels light. I like these Nike jerseys. I think they're fine. Sorry guys, I kind of went on a rant there. I missed all these comments. Thank you, Gabriel. Appreciate that, buddy. What stadiums have I been to? I've been to quite a few. I definitely have not been to more than probably most people, I would imagine. But I've been to Fenway Park. I went to the where the Marlins used to play, Dolphin Stadium. I haven't been to the new one yet, though. Been to Tropicana Field. I went to Camden Yards. Saw the Red Sox Orioles play. My brother lives out in San Francisco, so me and him went to a Giants game. That was when they had Mike Schmidt. Who remembers Mike Schmidt? Is Hum Baby Baseball still here? He's got to remember Mike Schmidt. So, yeah, I remember that game. I love Mike Schmidt back in the day. I got a Mike Schmidt shirt at that game. It was a Giants-Phillies game. I saw Oakland and the Red Sox. That was 2006. So, yeah, that was the year before they won the World Series. I remember Schilling pitched that game. Jason Varitek hit a home run. Hit it from the right side. I remember that. I think. I could be wrong. He definitely hit a home run, though. Yeah. So I think that's it. I have been to Wrigley Field, but I didn't actually go to a game. I just walked around outside because I was in Chicago. I do powerlifting, so I was doing a competition there. So I was like, oh, we're in Chicago. Gotta stop by Wrigley Field. There's like a little McDonald's right outside of it. That's cool, AJ. Yeah, Ryan Ludwig. Have any of you guys, so here's a question for you guys here. So, have any of you guys ever seen or met a major league player in person, like at the store or at a somewhere to eat or anywhere? Have any of you guys ever seen a major league baseball player, former or still playing, in person, like at the store or something?
A changeup that looked away to me, at least 2 or 3 inches. Balls away. Gardy feels pretty good about taking it.
That's cool. Hotel. Sean Newcomb.
Angel
That's cool. Sean Casey.
on both sides of the box, outside of
Oh, that's cool.
as a hitter.
I didn't know Mookie Betts had a camp.
Of that, it'd be a little bit more aggressive
That's cool.
early in the count.
Oh, that's cool. So I've only seen 2 Major League Baseball players. I saw. Who remembers Tanyan Sturts? Does anyone remember Tanyan Sturts?
And as we mentioned, you're next up on the list with 1,509, but that's 8
That's cool. Harold Reynolds.
on the all-time list.
Yeah, Shooter McGavin. So I don't know if any of you have been to Florida or down south. If you guys have ever heard of the grocery store Publix. So I worked at Publix during high school, and I was a cashier. And Tanyan Sturts just came through my line. I was too nervous to say anything. I'm a big Red Sox fan, and if you guys remember the brawl, the Red Sox Yankees brawl in 2004, Tanyan Sturts was like right in the middle of that. I wanted to ask him so much about that, and I just couldn't. I'm really weird. Like, if not like I ever see like anyone famous out in public, but if I do, then I just don't know what to say, because I don't want them to, because I know they live their lives too. So like I don't know. I know some people are completely okay with it, and I have no problem with that. I just feel I just can't. I don't know what it is. Like something about it. I'd be flattered if someone like said like, "Oh my God, hey, you're Robbie Hyde. You have a YouTube channel." Like, I mean, I don't think that's ever gonna happen, but I'd be flattered, honestly. So yeah, I saw Tanyan Sturts, and I saw Steven Strasburg in a smoothie place. That was interesting. I actually did talk to Steven Strasburg. It was about 3 seconds. So I was leaving, and this was when Steven Strasburg, it was like a couple years after he was drafted. So his name was still like a pretty big deal at the time. So yeah, I was sitting there at the table having my smoothie with my girlfriend at the time, and I just kept saying, I'm like, "Oh my God, that's Steven Strasburg. I can't believe it." And so he was sitting down with like an agent or something. I don't know who he was talking to, but I left, and then as I was leaving, I just so happened he was getting up to leave too, and so I held the door open for him, and I was like, Are you Steven Strasburg?" He's like, "Yeah, man." And I'm like, "Oh, that's so cool." I sound like such an idiot. And so, yeah. So I was like, "Sweet. Good luck this season." And then that's all I could say. So I was like, "Oh my God, it's freaking Steven Strasburg." So, but yeah, that's my stories of if I ever was near a Major League Baseball player. I don't know if any of you are into WWE or wrestling, but I live in Orlando, so that's where, if any of you are familiar with WWE, I'm not sure if you guys are or not, but the WWE, they have their developmental brand, NXT. They do it here in Orlando. So it's very often I see a guy in NXT, like at the grocery store or even at the gym I go to. It's a powerlifting gym. There are guys that come in there to train. And so I've met like a couple of them. So, yeah, but that's pretty much it with anyone famous. Looks like Scherzer's settling down a little bit.
Pros went dark. You still found a way to light it up to turn stay at home into home field advantage. Sure, sometimes it was a stretch.
Oh, that's cool. What's up, dude? Welcome.
Yeah, you earned this season, fans. So kick up your feet
Oh, that's awesome, Ryan Sandberg. Love it.
We've added a $10 credit to every FanDuel account, so you can get in on the action for free. No strings attached. Only on FanDuel. Here's another challenge.
Dad, what are you doing?
That's funny.
Crunchy, melt.
The real Yeti. That's pretty funny.
$1 nacho crunch double stack taco. Order ahead and pick yours up at our contactless drive-thru.
Well, that's cool, Aiden. You met A-Rod. Where'd you meet A-Rod? That's pretty cool. No. What happened? Oh, I don't know. Okay, I don't know why when you you wrote Adam Cole, because I'm so like tuned into this game. I in my head I thought Garrett Cole for a second. Oh my goodness, I was like Garrett Cole and Pat McAfee. I'm like, oh wait, you said Adam Cole. Thank you, Real Yeti. Appreciate that, man. Promise you, I'm putting in the hard work over here. So you guys are definitely keeping the wheels turning. I'll say that. This is all you guys. So without the audience, I got nothing going on. I'll tell you, I was in a pretty down mood when I first started the channel. I knew it was going to be slow, and then the Mookie Betts stuff started happening in the off season. And I made one video on Mookie Betts, and it got like, I don't remember how many views, but it got a decent amount of views, and that's when I started getting some subscribers. And I was like, oh, okay, all right, we might have something here. And so we were moving into spring training, all of that was happening, and then the season got canceled, or postponed, and then everything just died. And then like my videos weren't getting out there. I was trying, like I was making like all these videos, nothing was getting out there. I wasn't getting like any views. It was tough. I was pretty down. And then who would have thought the Korean Baseball League like completely rejuvenated this channel? Like unbelievable. Like who would have thought the KBO? I made one like 5-minute video. If you go back into my videos, there's one video. I think it was called Everything You Need to Know About the KBO. And so I made one 5-minute video. I wasn't even sure if I think most of the stuff I said was correct. I could have been wrong on a couple of things, but that video as of today, I think it has like over 11,000 views, which is not that much compared to most people. But for me at the time, I was like, whoa, like this video is getting a ton of views. And then then I started getting some subscribers, and then it's been pretty good ever since. Then it kind of slowed down again, and then the draft happened, and then that brought in a ton of people. I mean, honestly, I can kind of thank the pandemic because, I mean, really, this whole pandemic has completely sucked. But if there was anyone that benefited from it, it was me, definitely, because I don't know if you guys know, I'm a second grade teacher full time. So I'm actually going back to work here probably like 3 to 4 weeks. And so I actually got to work from home a lot because schools were closed down. So I was doing distance learning from home. So I was able to make a lot more videos at home, and yeah. So, and there was no baseball going on. So then the draft happened. And then there was nothing else baseball, so everyone was looking for draft stuff, and then that got me a ton of subscribers, so that was awesome. So anyway, long story short, you guys are the reason, and I'm not trying to be cheesy or corny or whatever, but you guys are seriously the reason why this is even happening tonight. So we got a long way to go, though. Long way to go. So Draft Neck Mark and Fuzzy, that's the ceiling right now. I think Fuzzy just hit like 200,000 subscribers. That's freaking crazy. So 200,000 subscribers. How crazy is that? That's nuts. He even had Major League Baseball shout him out saying, say congrats to Fuzzy for getting to 200,000 subscribers. Like, how crazy is that? So yeah, man, Dictator, the draft is great, man. I've always liked the draft. The draft is a pretty underrated thing in baseball. It gets no attention. It's not, like the football draft, and it's not like basketball. Because ESPN, I'll tell you what, guys. Like, I am not the biggest fan of ESPN. I think it's crazy. Like, I bet you today, I don't really watch ESPN anymore. I'm sorry if you guys are, a fan of ESPN, but I'm just not a fan because if you put on First Take or Get Up in the morning, I guarantee you, they probably talked about baseball for a second. But I guarantee, did anyone watch ESPN this morning? Did anyone watch First Take? I guarantee they probably talked about the Yankees and the Dodgers for probably like 5 minutes, and that was it. Am I right? I mean, that's probably it. What else in baseball are they going to talk about? The Yankees and the Dodgers are the two best teams on paper right now. They have the most star power besides like Mike Trout. I guarantee they talked about them for like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. They probably debated about it for a second, and that was it. And they talked about LeBron James for the rest of the time, or they talked about the Cowboys or something. That's all they talk about. So like ESPN, honestly, in my personal opinion, I think ESPN, and I'm not saying I'm like the best person at talking about sports or whatever, but ESPN, they don't get deep into anything. They don't get just... it's just bar talk. It's just radio talk. It's not really anything. They don't get into anything. They just jaw at each other about LeBron James. Who's better, Michael Jordan or LeBron James? That's all they talk about. So I don't mind ESPN Plus. That's kind of where I was getting to with that, where ESPN Plus, there is a membership fee. But there are some pretty decent people on there where they'll kind of talk, they get like deeper into some things. Yeah, Stripe Socks, like LeBron James' son. They talk more about that stuff. It's garbage. ESPN has been losing subscribers for a long time. I think they've lost, around 16 million subscribers in the last 8 years or so. Their ratings are completely falling. Their revenue they mask the revenue with, so Disney owns ESPN, and Disney, I believe, just bought National Geographic and something else from Fox. And so I think that's bringing in money. So it's actually kind of, Disney itself is not losing a ton of money. But ESPN is. ESPN's garbage. It's not good. Yeah, ESPN, I don't get it. It's sad. It's sad. I loved when ESPN had Baseball Tonight. That was awesome. Those were good years. Those were very, very good years when they had the Baseball Tonight show. The problem with MLB Network, I think MLB Network's pretty good, but the problem with MLB Network is not a lot of people will get MLB Network on whatever streaming service they have, or they have to pay for it. So MLB Network's not bad, but I feel like MLB Network, I feel like they rerun a lot of stuff. At least in the off season they were. Most overrated player in Major League Baseball. Most overrated player.
Hey, Davey, congrats on obviously last year. You have now a chance to defend the title. No Rendon, no Zimmerman, no Soto. Who do you
There's a couple.
to step up and be the leader of this team early on?
I got to think about it. Let me see.
For me, we still got Howie here. You got Duke, you got Max, Strauss. I mean, these guys are really good leaders, man. And they come out every day and they compete every day. And that's all I can ask.
Dave, thanks for the time. Best of luck this year, man. I mean, it's just been a series of obstacles in front of the Nationals.
Let's see.
Bad start that they survived and eventually conquered. And again, more adversity this year. Giovanni Urshela leading things off in the Yankee half of inning number 5. Urshela weighed and hits against Max Scherzer, who has struck out 7 tonight.
I don't know if this is a great one, I'm not a big fan of Josh Bell. He's just so bad on defense. But I know I hear some people saying like, oh, he's great in the lineup. Which, yeah, he'll hit some home runs. But I don't know if you guys have noticed, I'm big on pitching and defense. I'm really big on that. If you can't do both, then to me, like, if you can't field and hit, then I don't know. So, yeah, I think Yachty's a fair one. I think Yachty is a bit of a fair one to say, because he still has that name power a little bit. He really digressed last season. Yeah, you're right, AJ. He doesn't need much, but I don't know. But I don't know. To me, I think I'm one of those guys where if you're in the field, no matter where you are, it's important. You know, I think first base. I could see first base as being a bit underrated, a little bit as a defensive position. I think they do a lot more than what people think, especially when you got like a left-hander up there. You know, they get really got to be on their toes with a left-handed bat up there. But yeah, they are doing shifts and stuff now. They got to like think about like double plays and stuff like that. You know. Yeah, Yoenis Cespedes, that's an easy one. That's a good one. That's what I'm saying. Like I can't like think of these guys off the top of my head, but if I see it, like I'll agree with it. Yeah, Cespedes, I would say he's just been hurt. The guy can drill a baseball to the moon. He was on the Red Sox for a short time. Trust me, I saw it. Yeah, I love Evan White. I love the fact that he has a great glove. I love that. Love Evan White. Yeah, Kyle Schwarber. Kyle Schwarber did improve on his defense surprisingly a bit last season. Everyone kind of gets down on him with his defense, but his defense actually wasn't too bad last year. Yeah, Chris Bryant, he's interesting. I think he's still pretty good. Yeah, Alex Combs. I love the Mariners. And yeah, Julio Rodriguez, that guy's going to be good.
If you like that one, what about starting extra innings with a runner in scoring position? Because that's where the small ball stuff will come along.
You know, I will say this about Mike Trout. Don't hate me for saying this. Mike Trout's not good on defense. Or he's not bad, but he's not great. You know why people think he's good on defense? Is because they show those highlight reel plays of him robbing these freaking home runs, which are nasty and disgusting. But overall, his work of defense, it's not that great. So, yeah, he had, I believe, like -1 or -2 defensive runs saved last season. His UZR was nothing. I mean, he's not bad on defense. He's just not great. So, yeah, he's a freak athlete that'll make some really nasty freaking. He'll rob some home runs. I think on ESPN and there was that one year where he had that awesome home run the awesome catch that he made where he robbed a home run where he just jumped and landed on the wall. That was disgusting. But people look at that and they're like, oh, he's so good on defense. It doesn't really paint the whole picture. Yeah, you know, Andrew, I'm not a big fan of Manny Machado. A couple years ago, he was pretty good. Yeah, last year he he just got a massive deal, and he only put up a wins above replacement of 3. I mean, what? Come on, dude. Same thing with Bryce Harper a little bit. I don't know if maybe they're mentally kind of putting some pressure on themselves. You know, for that first year of a big deal. I think Simmons has a good glove. His offense is kind of. How do you pronounce that last name? I can never say it. Fultinowicz. So yeah, like I said, I'm from England, and it's the way I learned English was sometimes I'll pronounce something kind of weird. If you sometimes you people will notice it in the videos, where. So in England, we learn to sound out every single part of the word. So, for instance, where I used to live down south in Florida, I lived in Sebastian, Florida. But people in England would call it Sebastian. So they would pronounce out the I and the A and the N instead of just saying Sebastian. So like, yeah, in England we kind of learn to like pronounce things differently. So yeah. So there's times where I don't pronounce something correctly.
Even the weather's going 2020 on us.
Fultnevik.
It's a big at bat right here.
Shell at third, Hicks a runner at first. 2 strikes to count here.
Gotta plug in the iPad, guys.
Got it. 8 strikeouts tonight. Make it 9-9 for Max Scherzer.
And this is a backup slider. Toughest hits, righty on righty. Starts right-handed. And as a right-handed hitter, you just freeze. Bottom of the zone.
So it'll be up to Gleyber Torres. Yankees trying not to squander an opportunity that saw them with runners at first and second and nobody out for the top of the lineup. Torres 0 for 2 so far tonight. 38 homers last year for Gleyber Torres. 13 of them against the Baltimore Orioles. The kind of prolific home run season by a middle infielder that you just don't see come along.
Sorry, guys, I had to plug in the iPad.
In 1998 and Gleyber Torres last year. Your thoughts? Your thoughts on the 42?
How did I become a Red Sox fan? Striped Sox. Well, like, so I've mentioned it a couple of times. I was born in England, and my mom, she got a job in Worcester, Massachusetts. So we moved to Massachusetts, and so at the time I was just like a soccer fan. You know, I was from England. That's all they watched in England was soccer. So moved over to Massachusetts. Everyone loves the Red Sox. So yeah, I kind of just gravitated towards the Red Sox because that's all everyone talked about in Massachusetts, especially kids. I played, you know, my mom and dad really wanted me to play sports, you know, and when we got to America, so I could make friends, you know, yada yada. And so, yeah, it wasn't until 2003 where I went to my first game in 1999, and they played the Atlanta Braves that year. I believe it was like, oh man, you could probably, I don't know. I think it was like June 9th, 1999. I don't remember who pitched. I don't remember anything. But I remember the Red Sox won that game. And so I remember like I remember as a kid, I remember thinking like, wow, this place is like huge. Like, I just thought everything was so big. Like, that's all I remembered as a kid, where there was like a green monster. I thought like, I just remember thinking, wow, that is like so big. And then, but it really wasn't until 2003 where I really like got into it, where the Red Sox were down 2-0 in the first round to the Oakland Athletics in the series, and then so they eventually came back in that series. But I remember I was in my room, I was 13 years old, and I'm playing like video games. I think I was playing Animal Crossing at that time. It was on the GameCube back then. Anyone have a GameCube in here? GameCube. That was like the best. But I remember playing it. I remember I just got like tired of it, and I was just like looking through the TV. I remember I was like really into like Disney Channel at that time, and I'm like flipping through. I was looking to see if Disney Channel was on. I saw the Red Sox Athletics were on. I was like, oh, all right. Let me put this on. Let me see what the Red Sox are doing. And then I saw it was like a tie game. It was extra innings, and then Trot Nixon hit a walk-off home run. And I remember I was like, whoa! I remember like everyone was celebrating, and I was just hooked. So honestly, I can thank Trot Nixon for that, to be completely honest. Trot Nixon, he was one of my favorite players, still is one of my favorite players of all time. I love Trot Nixon. Scherzer is in a pickle here. Oh boy. So if you guys remember my predictions for the World Series, I said in Game 1, Garrett Cole would pitch great and Max Scherzer would struggle. Is this a preview of Game 1 of the World Series? Could be. I gotta say, for you guys, I love how passionate you guys are about predictions. I love it. I honestly, I was gonna say I kind of feel bad for Giraffe Neck Mark, because that was like, I mean, I think everyone saw he was gonna pick the Mets to win the World Series, and then I remember I'm like watching it. I'm like, dude, don't pick the Mets. Don't do it. Don't do it. As soon as he said he was gonna have the Rays win the division over the Yankees, I'm like, oh boy, we're gonna see something here. This is gonna be interesting. And so then he had the Rays and the Mets in the World Series, and I'm like, he's gonna pick the Mets. He's gonna pick the Mets. And then he picked the Mets, and I'm like, oh my god. So honestly, he knew he was gonna get flack for it. He was getting a lot of hate in those comments. But I mean, what do you expect? I don't know, whatever. But for me, I loved like some of the responses, like so passionate. I love that.
This is a Smile to Red Club aligner. It's how Smile to Red
Yeah, Scherzer. I think Scherzer's gonna be fine this year. I think the Nationals, they're gonna have a little bit of rust. I think. I can't wait for my predictions to go right down the tube. It doesn't matter because I'm going to be doing new predictions anyway, so because now we have a 16-team playoff. I don't know. I'll probably still stick with it. I don't know. I got to look at it again because there are some matchups where it could really change. It could really change some of my thoughts. Some matchups could be, I don't know. Like for instance, so let's say the Reds win the Central, and so I think the 3 division winners, I think, so it's 8 teams, right? No, yeah, 8 teams from the American and the National League, right? Now that it's gonna be 16. So you have the 3 division winners, and I'm guessing, I don't know, will the 4th seed pick who they're gonna play? Is that how it's gonna work? Can anyone tell me that in the comments? I can't fully remember. But let's say the Reds, let's say, for instance, the Reds get to pick. Let's say the Cubs were one of the bottom seeds. And let's say the Cubs got like 6th seed. And the Reds, let's say they pick the Cubs, right? Because, we know the Cubs. We can play them. We know them. We know them like the back of our hand. We can play the Cubs. We'll pick the Cubs. That could backfire on them. That could be huge. Let's say in the NL East, I have the, let's say who did I have winning the NL East? Oh, I had the Nationals winning the NL East. Let's say the Nationals, let's say, I don't know, let's say, I'm trying to think. Like a pesky team. Let's say like the Brewers got one of those or whatever. I mean, the Brewers are one of those like pesky teams where, maybe they could do something. I don't know. It really comes down to like matchups. And so what's going to be fun about these new predictions I'm going to be doing is how's my microphone sound? Oh, you're right. My mic is unplugged. Hold on. Oh, that's right. I had to plug in my iPad. So sorry if my sound sounds a little bit off. I had to plug in my iPad. I completely forgot my microphone's not plugged in. Whatever, we can just get away from this. Does it still sound okay?
Of the fans in New York or your home park.
Yes? No? I
Suzuki
don't know.
lets a fly ball out to right for Aaron Judge.
Yeah? It's okay. I'll plug my microphone back in a little bit. My iPad was starting to get kind of low on battery. But yeah, that whole like pick, if you're gonna pick a team, that could either go really good or it could backfire on you. So it's gonna be really, 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 really interesting what ends up happening with that.
In unison.
That's great, Matty. And you know, I've noticed not just one or two guys. It's both entire teams, and it's because baseball's a tight community, and so many have suffered for so long and are still suffering.
One gone for his Drupal Cabrera. Yeah, Major League Baseball has made a series of
So guys, I think what I'm gonna be doing,
players
allowing
so
so like I was saying earlier with the stream, I really wanted to do this on Streamlabs, which if you guys don't know what Streamlabs is, it's just a streaming site where I can connect my YouTube account to it and I can just stream through Streamlabs. So what makes Streamlabs so cool is I can if you guys like wanted to like ask a question, or you can ask questions in the chat, but sometimes I might not see them. Like earlier, we had like 80 people in here, so it's down now to a little more of a comfortable chat. But earlier we had like 80 to like I think we had like 90 people in here at one point, which to me that was like whoa. But with Streamlabs, you can do a question where you can like donate $1 or like a $2, but your question will pop up on the screen, and it'll pop up like on the screen, so like right on the screen, so everyone can see it, and it'll read the question out loud. It's pretty cool. So if any of you are still, so Patrick, it's still on YouTube. It's not going to be on a different website. So like you'll still, if you go on YouTube, then you'll still see it. So it's just going to be streamed. It'll be streamed through YouTube, but I'm also using Streamlabs to like help like basically Streamlabs. It's just like a way for you to, if you want to like ask a question and like donate $1 or donate $2, then it'll pop up on the screen. It's just like an addition to a YouTube stream. It's still on YouTube. So, but then like if someone subscribes to, it'll pop up on there saying like, oh, you have a new subscriber, blah blah blah. So it's pretty cool. If any of you are here from the Joe Cronin show, he tweeted me out. So like, yeah, he sent a tweet out for this. So if any of you are here, you guys know. Go if any of you are wrestling fans, go check out Joe Cronin. He is something else sometimes, but he's so funny sometimes. He's a little vulgar, but if you're okay with that, then yeah, he's definitely someone you want to go watch. He's pretty funny sometimes. Can be a little vulgar, but he uses Streamlabs, and it's such a fun show. Like every time, like he'll talk about wrestling, blah 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 blah, and then he'll put in some time for like some questions. The difference with him is he gets like anywhere from 500 to 1,000 people on his show. So he kind of needs to have that because there's no way he can keep up with the chat. So that's why he uses Streamlabs. So if someone wants to donate or whatever, their question will pop up on the screen and he'll read, and then it'll get read aloud. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. So it kind of just makes it a little more fun. Yeah, I can't believe that. Already 80 minutes. Already up to 30 likes. If you guys haven't already, hit that thumbs up. It'll definitely help it out in the algorithm. It'll get it out there.
When you're 0-2, 1-2, and you're behind in the count.
We've actually gotten few more subscribers. I think we've gotten 10 since this stream started. So, yeah, man, the stream has definitely helped out.
Here's a guy who's completely changed his style of fishing. Has gone from east and west.
Thank you, Andrew. Appreciate that. Yeah, guys, if you haven't already, go give it a like.
Slider and the curveball from the same slot.
You know, I'll give ESPN a lot of crap, but they'll do cool stuff like this. ESPN can do some good stuff. It's just what they choose to do. So anyway, I was saying earlier. So what I'm gonna do? Ooh, Matt Harvey to the Royals, huh? I mean, God, Harvey just needs to. He needs to just do something to revitalize his career. So sad what happened with him. That he was something else with the Mets, man. Loved it. Loved what he was doing with the Mets. And he just fell off the face of the earth. But yeah, so what I plan on doing, let me know in the comments here. Let me know what you think. So I think I'm gonna stream 2 games a week. I'm gonna do the Sunday night game, and I'm gonna do. So I'll do in the community tab on YouTube. I'm gonna do a vote. So I'm gonna look at the games like for the week, and I'm gonna let you guys vote on it. So for instance, like next week, if I were to look at the schedule.
59-42 in 5 seasons as a Pirate. Came out of UCLA as 1-1 with a lot of fanfare, but by his own admission, he didn't get it back then. It clicked in Houston. Had great success working with their outstanding veteran pitching coach Brent Strom. The Astros.
So like if I go to
would lose him to free agency.
So if I go to Monday, for instance, I mean, I would look at all the games for the week, but I would probably pick out like maybe 5 games that you guys could vote on, like during that week. So like next week, you got Cubs Reds, because I got MLB TV. So what I can do is I can watch it and I don't know, just give you guys like some updates or just talk about what's going on. But it could also just be like a time for just baseball fans to come in and just talk. Maybe I'll pick one night during the week where I'll pick one night in the week where I'll choose from some games and I'll just do a live stream, and then it can just be like a baseball talk time, like for a couple hours, and then on Sunday night we can all watch the game on ESPN, so that way we're kind of there, and yeah. So let's see, for instance. So for Monday, there's some like good games on Monday. You got the Cubs Reds, you got the Braves and Rays. That's pretty good. You got Yankees Phillies. Ooh, Marlins and Orioles. That's a good one. Ooh, Royals and Tigers. That's a good one. I mean, there's the Mets and the Red Sox. I mean, that's interesting. You know, so like I can put some choices like for like maybe like a few days ahead of time. I'll pick a day during the week, and then yeah, we can just do a live stream that night, and I'll just have you guys just vote on which game to do or which game for me to put on. I mean, I won't show it to you guys obviously because of copyright, but I can at least like be watching it and just telling you what's going on. But it could just be a time for us to just talk about baseball. It could be a time for us to just kind of, you know, whatever. Maybe I can have like a list of topics that we can all talk about. Yeah, but we can just talk about whatever's been going on. So, yeah, I would love to do that. Definitely Sunday nights to where we can watch the game together on ESPN. And then, yeah, just one other game. Tell me what you guys think about that in the comments. I'd like to know what you guys think. Because I definitely want to start doing some live streams. That's something I would love to do. I don't see any other... I think Draftneck Mark, I think he does do Twitch. I'm not sure what he does on there, though. But that's one thing I would love to bring to the baseball world, the baseball niche on YouTube, is just like a weekly, like or you know, twice a week live stream where we can just talk some baseball. We can talk about, you know, the biggest news. Maybe I can even make it more of like a, I don't know, like a news segment or something. Like we can go over like some top news or something like that. I don't know. I think live shows on YouTube, like for instance, I mentioned earlier Joe Cronin. He's a wrestling fan. He does like 3 shows a week live. He does one after Monday Night Raw. He does one after the wrestling shows on Wednesday, and then he'll do like a weekly news thing on Thursday, and he does them all live. Why don't I have Super Chat on? How do I turn it on? This is my first. This is my first ever time doing this. I don't even know how to turn them on. How do you turn it on? That'd be cool. If you guys want to leave a Super Chat, that's cool. Sorry if I'm missing any comments. See you later, Aiden. Thank you so much for coming out tonight, dude. Really appreciate that. Real Yeti, how do I turn on the Super Chats? So Andrew, I think I can turn on Super Chats on YouTube. It just, you can also do Super Chats through Streamlabs. It'll like connect through it.
The bullpen wasn't solidified really until the very end of the postseason. Sanchez takes all out away from him and sends it
Hold on, guys.
territory.
Okay.
One of the unanswered questions, Eric Fetty is up and throwing. We saw Javier throwing earlier.
So Super Chat, that's basically if you wanted to donate like money, but like it'll show a question up there. Streamlabs, the difference with Streamlabs, what it does is you can ask longer questions and they can get read aloud too. But there's another thing you just mentioned, Real Yeti, is YouTube. YouTube will take, I mean, to be honest with you guys, I'm not really in this for the money. Like, sure, it'd be great maybe to get, so if anyone wanted to donate, like that would be amazing. I wouldn't expect that, but if anyone wanted to, I do think it's good though, because like I said, if you got a lot of people in the comments, then it's hard, because there's times like I was scrolling through and I didn't even realize like I missed someone's comment. So that was kind of like, I felt kind of bad about that. So yeah. So that, if you donate through Super Chat or through Streamlabs, it's really good because your question will pop up on the screen. So that's cool, and it'll get read aloud too. But yeah, YouTube won't take or Streamlabs won't take any of that money. So it'll all go to. So if someone left me a donation through Streamlabs, that'll all go to me. Like on YouTube, yeah, like you said, they take like 30% of it or something like that. It's crazy. Hey, much appreciated, Real Yeti. Like I said, I don't know how to turn them on. So, it's the first one. It's the first show. You don't got to. You're here. That's all the support I need. So, much appreciated, though. Would definitely love to, especially if we're getting some more people in. I mean, like earlier when we were first here, we had like there was like 90 people in here. I was like, whoa, what's going on? So I didn't even notice it because I just glanced at the top. See, like now we're almost back up to like 20 people. Hey guys, if you're just coming in, subscribe down below if you haven't. Like the video, it's gonna help it get out to baseball fans trying to see what's going on with this. Because don't forget, YouTube is good because people are cutting the cord now, and people don't even have cable, or they don't even have any kind of cable streaming or whatever. So I think a lot of people will come to YouTube. I mean, yeah, I won't play it on here, but I can at least have it on, and I can just talk about it, what's going on. So, hi Paige. Dude, Patrick O'Brien, man, I'll tell you, I'm a full-time teacher, so like I said, I teach little demons for a living. They're not demons, they're fine. But I'll tell you, man, when out of high school, I really wanted to get into journalism. I really wanted to be a sports writer. We had like a magazine at our school. We didn't have like a school newspaper. We had a school magazine, but I was like the sports writer for it because no one else wanted to do the sport. So I was like, okay, I'll do it. I was writing up like little articles for Bleacher Report at the time. Like I wasn't getting paid or anything for it. I was just doing it for fun. And yeah, so like I was really into like the journalism world and stuff like that. Really wanted to be like, someone doing this. If this could be my full-time job, I'd probably do it. Honestly, I would probably do it. So that'd be awesome. If I could make a full-time career, you know, doing this, I would to watch baseball and to talk baseball. That would be a dream, an absolute dream come true. It would be amazing. So, hey, trying, Yeti. I'm trying. It's tough, man. It's tough. I'm at a pretty decent school. It's in an okay area. It's kind of like right in the middle of like a really good area, and then also an area that's kind of lower income a little bit. So it has like its really good things, but it has like its really it has some struggles as well. But it's been such a rewarding job. It's really helped me grow as a person. I'll definitely say that. So, but if this somehow, some way became, you know, my job, that would be amazing. Oh, they're getting called off the field.
Well, here we go with one of the changes, one of the new rules, Alex, because this game is now officially under a rain delay. Now,
So we're under rain delay now.
And ordinarily, you delay it and play to a conclusion. However,
is anyone watching this? Is anyone just watching that guy just booking it?
Under old rules, they would have just started over.
That's right.
This year, there'll be conclusions from wherever the game was called until the end, whether it was after one pitch or in the sixth inning, as it is now. So we're under delay, and hopefully this is just a passing thing. We can do a Caddyshack.
So I didn't understand the rule. Did anyone catch that? Did they say basically
Yeah, lightning.
it'll just get called, or what?
Rain delayed Major League opening lead for the Yankees.
These days?
Yo, striped socks. Yo, that's the guy I was talking about. That guy was moving. Did you see his arms? Just, man, that guy was awesome. I hope he somehow turns into a meme. That guy was literally the dream. The American dream.
So good. Get the housekeeping help you need. Care.com.
Cool, we're up to 22 people now. Thanks for joining. Again, if you are new, hit the thumbs up, subscribe down below, join the community. We're here to talk some baseball. Nothing crazy.
Over the last decade, Chevron has spent over $1 billion on carbon capture projects and is investing in startup companies working to transform.
So tell me in the comments,
forms of energy.
what are some matchups you're excited for tomorrow? We got a list of games on tomorrow. I mean, of course, I think you guys know what game I'm excited for. I'm excited for Nasty Nate to dominate the Orioles tomorrow. Yeah, Phillies. Who do the Phillies got tomorrow? I know the Phillies got the Yankees on Monday.
Get your ice cold Bud Light seltzer here. Even though you can't go to the game, doesn't mean the game can't be brought to you now here. Just go to BudLight.com/delivery, BudLight.com/delivery. I'm ready.
The newest addition to the Chipotle kitchen is a second Chipotle kitchen. Introducing Chipotle Digital Kitchens. Exclusively.
Hey, don't forget, we got the Giants and the Dodgers on tonight. I don't know if people are forgetting that, but we got the Giants and the Dodgers on at 10 o'clock. I don't know if I'll last that long, but...
How's the world reopen for business?
Oh, easy matchup for the Phillies tomorrow. We got the Marlins. Easy matchup. Well, hey, I don't know. Maybe the Marlins... I think the Marlins could be a surprise. Do you guys think the Marlins could get into the playoffs this year in a 16-team playoff? Do you think the Marlins could do it?
And thrive tomorrow. Everything companies need to return to the workplace. Let's reopen. Safely.
You want to see the Astros get punishment. I wonder if just too much time has passed now. You know? You don't got fans. I mean, are they really going to get thrown at? I mean, I don't know. I could see maybe like one random pitch at one time. You know, like a message or something. But I don't know. I feel like a lot of time's passed now. If any team could thank the pandemic, two teams, the Yankees and the Astros. The Yankees with all of those injuries, and the Astros because everyone, well, for the most part, well, maybe not, I don't know, but a lot of people were kind of forgetting about the Astros a little bit.
It's ultra filtered for 50% less sugar and 50% more protein. So make the most of
So I want you guys to tell me, do you guys think in a 16-team playoff, can the Red Sox make it? Let me know. Yeah, isn't that the truth? Yeah, Yeti, they can't be banging on those trash cans, man.
It's a challenging
Oh,
world.
George.
And we're
I'm sure your mother is very nice.
which is why we're ready
Of course she wins.
and ready to help you find opportunity. So let's talk. Edward Jones.
I like Corey Dickerson to the Marlins.
Patented performance. 360 degrees.
Yeah, I don't know. I wonder about the Red Sox because you still got some teams there that are still pretty good. I think you're going to get the Yankees. I think you're going to get the Twins. And you're going to get either the Astros or the Athletics in the West. And then I think the second place teams, you're going to have the Rays. I think you're going to have the Indians. And then you have either the Astros or the Athletics. So after that, you got teams like the Angels, the White Sox, the Red Sox, even the Blue Jays right there. The who else am I missing? Yeah, pretty much it. Yeah, Red Sox, Blue Jays. You could have the White Sox. Yeah, the Angels. Yeah. So I'd say it'd be between those two spots. Would be between the Red Sox, Blue Jays, Angels, White Sox. That'd be interesting. I could see the Blue Jays sneaking in. I don't know. I guess I don't know about the White Sox. I don't know. I just don't think they have enough pitching. I don't think the defense is good. Defense is very underrated, my guys. You know, I mean, I don't know. I just don't like the White Sox defensively. They were so bad last year. They got Grandal. That's pretty good. But even the Red Sox, I don't know. You got like the Red Sox is such like a wait and see kind of a thing. They I don't know what this pitching is going to be like. I mean, as of right now, it looks terrible. But who knows what Ryan Weber can do? Who knows what Nathan Eovaldi can do? Who knows when Eduardo Rodriguez is going to come back? It's very questionable for the Red Sox. It's very interesting. They did bring in Zach Godley. He was pretty good a few years ago, but he's completely fallen off since then. Yeah, the Blue Jays, I think it's just their bullpen is a little weak. I kind of like some of the starting pitching pieces that they added. I actually think Tanner Roark was a very good signing for the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays weren't getting like any innings from anyone last year. Yeah, they weren't really getting anything. And then, yeah, they weren't really getting anything. So they have definitely a pretty decent offense. You just got to see how they end up being. Sure, they got Vlad Jr., yeah, they got Bo Bichette. How are they going to do it a full season? That's what I want to see. They definitely have to take some steps forward this year. Angels are interesting. I mean, there's just no pitching. Good offense, but no pitching. So yeah, Jack Walden, I mean, Angels, I mean, yeah, they definitely have a great offense. Trout and Rendon. That's nasty. Are you kidding me? Trout and Rendon? It's disgusting. But Otani's only probably going to pitch